Claude Cowork is one of the most powerful features in AI right now. While many of you are already familiar with ChatGPT and Claude's regular chat, you might not know where Cowork fits in your AI toolkit. So let me explain it as simply as I can. Imagine a spectrum. On one end, you have AI chatbots, tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and yes, even regular Claude, designed for back and forth conversation. You ask a question, you get an answer. On the other end, you have actual work tools, things that create files, organize folders, and produce real deliverables. That is where Cowork shines. And the best part? You don't need to be technical or know how to read code. It's all built for you. I'll show you how to do everything from the basics all the way to automations that do the heavy lifting for you. I'll also show you the new Dispatch feature, which lets you give Claude commands straight from your phone, like texting your AI employee and having the work done by the time you get back to your desk. This is the full Cowork guide. To use Cowork, you'll need to download the desktop version. You can't use it from your browser. Once you open the app, to switch from chat to Cowork mode, just click this button and you're ready to go. Now here's the important part. Cowork works by giving Claude access to a folder on your computer. You click Work in a folder, select the folder you want Claude to operate in, and that becomes Claude's workspace. It can read everything inside that folder, create new files, edit existing ones, and organize things, but only within that folder. It can't touch anything else on your computer, so your files stay safe. One thing I really appreciate, Cowork runs inside a sandboxed virtual machine. So even though it's running code behind the scenes to get things done, it's isolated from the rest of your system. Here's the part that confused me at first, so let me save you the trouble. In regular Claude chat, you type a message, Claude responds, and then you type another message. In Cowork, you're not having a conversation, you're giving it a goal to achieve. You describe an outcome, and Claude figures out the steps. And on the right-hand side, you can see the progress bar, which updates in real time. Let me give you an example. Say you have a folder full of messy receipt screenshots. In regular Claude, you'd have to upload each image one by one and ask Claude to extract the data. In Cowork, you just point it at the folder and say, go through all the receipt images in this folder, extract the name, date, and amount from each one, and create an expense spreadsheet. Claude will then make a plan and show it to you, break the work into subtasks, process each receipt, create a formatted Excel spreadsheet, and save it directly to your folder. Regular Claude shows you how Cowork actually does the work. So what about the stuff about you that doesn't change? Your identity, preferences, what your goals are, your schedule. That's where global instructions come in. You only set this up once, and it immediately makes every task better. Think of it like telling Claude how you like things done, and it will listen to your command. I'll put my free resource link down in the description. You can check that out if you don't want to create the instructions from scratch. This is a template that I created which you can personalize for your needs. Once you've done that, you can just copy it here and you're good to go. Now Claude listens to these instructions every time when performing tasks, but it gets better. You can also set folder-specific instructions. So if you have a folder called Client Reports, you can add instructions like always use our company template or include a summary section at the top of every report. These kick in automatically whenever you work in that folder. This is where things starts to get really powerful. Cowork comes with built-in skills. These are essentially best practices that Claude follows when creating specific types of files. There are skills for creating Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, PowerPoint presentations, and PDFs. And they're not just templates. They contain detailed instructions for how to format, structure, and produce professional quality output. Here's a practical example. If you ask regular Claude to make you a spreadsheet, it'll give you a code block or maybe a CSV file. But if you ask Cowork to make you a spreadsheet, the Excel skill kicks in and you get an actual Excel file with proper formatting. The cool thing is you can create your own skills. If there's a specific type of document you make over and over, say a weekly status report with a specific structure, you can create a custom skill for it. Claude will follow those instructions every time. It's like building a repeatable process that runs itself. Cowork isn't limited to your local files. Through connectors, you can link Claude to external tools, Gmail, Google Drive, Google Calendar, Slack, Notion, and dozens more. As of right now, there are well over 30 available connectors, with more being added regularly. Let me give you a real use case that I personally use. I have a scheduled task, which I'll talk about in a second, that runs every Monday morning. It checks my Gmail for any emails from the past week that I haven't replied to, pulls my calendar for the week ahead, and creates a briefing document. By the time I sit down with my coffee, it's already done. That's connectors plus scheduled tasks working together. To set up connectors, go to Settings, Connectors, then Browse Connectors. You'll see two tabs, Web and Desktop Extensions. Click Install, authorize the connection, and you're good to go. Here's a feature that changes how you think about Cowork entirely. Dispatch lets you send Claude commands from your phone and have the work waiting for you when you sit back down. If you're on a Pro or Max plan, just open the Claude mobile app, message Claude like you'd text anyone, and it runs the task on your desktop in the background. Your computer needs to be on and the Claude app needs to be open. That's the only requirement. We've been focusing on the positives. Let's be honest about the limitations. Token usage is hungry. Cowork tasks consume significantly more of your usage allocation than regular chat. A single complex task can burn through what would normally be dozens of regular messages. On the Pro plan at $20 a month, you'll hit limits faster than you'd expect. If you're going to use Cowork seriously, the Max plan at $100 a month gives you much more breathing room. Some users report that really long jobs, 30 minutes or more, sometimes slow down or get stuck. My advice, break big projects into smaller chunks. Instead of organize my entire documents folder, try folder by folder. It's not for creative work. Just like how you wouldn't use Google search to brainstorm, Cowork is not the tool for creative writing, ideation, or open-ended thinking. Regular Claude Chat, ChatGPT, or Gemini are still better for that. Desktop app required. You can't use Cowork from the web browser. You need the actual desktop app open and running. For some people, that's a deal breaker. Let's keep this simple. Cowork is available on all paid Claude plans. The free plan does not include it. Pro, $20 per month. You get full Cowork access, but with lower usage limits. Good for trying it out, or light use. Max 5X, $100 per month. 5 times the usage of Pro. This is the sweet spot for anyone who uses Cowork regularly. Max 20X, $200 per month. 20 times Pro usage, for power users running Cowork all day. Most people should start with Pro to see if Cowork fits their workflow. If you find yourself hitting limits within the first week, upgrade to Max. Okay, so that about sums it up. To recap, Cowork is for execution, not conversation. Reach for it when you need actual files and finished deliverables. Set up your global instructions once, and it upgrades every single task right away. Use folder-specific instructions to give Claude compounding context that keeps getting better. If this was useful for you, check the description. There's a free PDF there to help you build custom global instructions and make Claude feel like it was built just for your workflow. See you next time, and have a great day.